There, and welcome to Moster Does the Crossword, the adventure where I talk through or review my activities on a puzzle. This issue focuses on the New York Times crossword for Friday, August 6th. There is an introductory piece. There is a very long piece in the middle where you hear me talk out loud while I make mistakes and changes, and there is a review at the end. In order to expedite things, this edition will bifurcate, so it's the same intro for either of them. I'm recording this now. I'm not going to cut the things together for a few hours because it's 11 o'clock in the morning, and I have TPS reports to do. But this is a good puzzle, and I stopped. And even after I finished the puzzle, I stayed to do the review, and I stayed to do this because I wanted it to be fresh in my head. This is a good, solid Friday. It's hard. It's not impossible. It's not a lot of Latin. It's not a lot of other bullshit. It's just work, and it's good work, and it's rewarding work. And I got tripped up on something silly that I didn't read out loud to myself. Interestingly, actually, the way I ended up reading it out loud to myself was backwards. But none of that matters because I got there, and it was a great journey to get there. And so I will end this now, and once again say thank you for coming along. To quote Derek and Romaine, happy fucking Friday. Okie dokie. First, let's do this. Fruit used, 1 across, to flavor the liqueur Patsaran. I have no idea. Culture medium. I don't know. I do know, but I don't know. Fertile cells is loams, probably. Element next to iron. Iron is 9, what's 10? I don't know. Aluminum? No. Trifling amount. Smidge is too long. Iota is too short. Like, I want to say something that ends in CE, but I'm not sure. Threat that's hard to take seriously. Again, that could be a lot of things. Let's see. Gracious. Informally. So that's just, no thanks doesn't fit. Has poor memory. It's not love, and it's not. I'm gonna say heart. That's weird. It might be wrong. I read a couple of his books, Garcia Marquez. That's 20 across, by the way, which is the second clue that I've put something into. 21, lead in, to night or day, all, but that's probably not right. Things sometimes named after queens. Bridges, towns, countries, eras. Invigorating. Peppy? I don't think so. Fictional operator of the Discovery 1 spaceship. I don't know what Discovery 1 is. Put on the line says probably bet. Psychoanalyst from, I don't know. Chap. Assuming that this is chap like a person and not chap like chapping your lips. I still don't know in 5. Buddy. Buddy and chap don't really align though, because they're opposite sides of the pond. The end of time. Is it little e? Nope. One repeated name in 1968 named Sirhan. I don't remember exactly why Sir Hans was famous, but I do know that he was. Response from Siri, I do not know. Something like, I can't figure that out right now. Charlotte, something, capital of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Charlotte. It's not town or city or burg or... Trifling amounts, 36. Now we've got 6. What's in trifle? I don't really know. I'm not that much of an Anglophile. 37. So-called father of the Italian language. Sounds like the sort of person I should have heard of. 38. Most highly prized collectible coins. I want to say mints, but I don't like that at all. Poster imposter, 39. Bot. Trig function. Let's put sign in, change it later. That's 42. 43. Dice, for instance. Nickname, game, chance. I don't know. There's a word for it. Or I'm thinking of it completely wrong and it's like something having to do with chopping. Source of ruin. Your own idiocy. Something you might throw in frustration. Fit? I guess you throw a fit. Foil, alternative, and Fulham. What do they call it? What do they call it? I can think of it, but it's not all the way there. Lisa of a Different World is Bonet. Well, aren't you so darn special? Same thing. 51. Completely bought. Fell for is too long. Sided now. Juice bar ingredient. I don't know. Raspberry? Oh, it fits. Fathers abroad. Pears. Which is French. And that's 53, by the way. 70s to 80s sitcom station. WKRP in Cincinnati. Which means raspberry is probably wrong. Sylvia of Jazz, I do not know. So, 1 down. Got ready for a photo. And is it posed? No, it's not. Is it? It's not primed. It could be. No. It could also have something to do with setting it up in any number of ways. It doesn't have to be the model. Old Hollywood actress born in Austria-Hungary is Gabor. Title relic. Lyric from I'm Gonna Find Ya. One way or another. Sublet is lay. No? I don't know. But I do know one way or another. And also, if it fits, it is almost definitely correct. H-E. It would actually be really cool, and I would kind of be really impressed if it wasn't that. But I think it is. Heavens to Murgatroyd says G's, or it's not, because I'm a Dumbo. Egads. Alex and jewelry chain. It's the jackpot. I don't know, wins it big, doesn't fit. Exceedingly obtuse. Let's get rid of rasp at least for this. Go over. Tread. Nope. Dodie doesn't fit with 10 down. Miss the boat. I'm going to change, get rid of heart. I wasn't too keen on that anyway. And I will make this be lose out for 9 and 10 down. Branch of agriculture, 11 down. Pertinent to dairy farmers and cattle ranchers. Animal husbandry. USANDRY. Yeah, and I dig things like this when they just do it with, we want a whole bunch of these things to be 20 fucking letters long, go make it happen. I like that. It doesn't have to be a whole silly, theme. They're not silly, the theme, but I kind of like the simplicity of these. It's much more direct. It's not easier. In a lot of ways, it's harder. There is still lateral shit to do, but anyway. I haven't really done any screenshots of this. Is there anything to screenshot? Yes, there is. Sirhan in particular. We're going to take a minute to do this before I forget. And Lisa Bonet. And both of these. Now we're back here in 12 down. I do not know the name of the coach. But I kind of want to make an N be the last letter. I feel like it's a Houlihan or something, but I'm not sure. Something money, 13 down. 4 letters. Partner of all. One and all. Pain to a pediatrician. Cry? Director Cameron James. That's 23 down, by the way. Judean King, 24 down. That could be fucking anybody. Woman's name that becomes a different woman's name when its third and fourth letters are switched. That's very interesting, and I look forward to getting to it when I have something to start with. 27 down. Marching band instruments. Let's say fifes again, which will be annoying because, again, it was like 2 fucking days ago. What N might mean. Any. Foes of the Romans. It's not the Spartans. The Gauls. In Britain, the Gauls were the foes of the Romans. Fathers, 31 down. Sires. I don't know, I want to say not or to had. I was had. Like I was conned, like they lied to me, etc., etc. Starve, I don't know. Like a large garage or a small pile-up 3-car. Badly chafe is rub. Raw, that's where am I? 38. 40. Feature of Herman on The Simpsons. I don't know who Herman is on The Simpsons. Moon of Saturn is Titan, so let's get rid of all this. And this is acai, because of fucking course it is. Titan. Half calf is a latte order for 43. Stirrups. It's not tack and it's not gear. Kerfuffle. kerfuffle is, I don't know, 45 down. Anyway, tries in a way sues, I think. Lobster catcher 47 with a question mark is bib just desserts. That could go a lot of different ways. Currency of Laos, I do not know. Alright, so now we are back here. Fruit used to flavor the liqueur Patsaran. I still don't know. And I'm probably not going to know culture medium. I'm going to stick with the loams for now. Element next to iron on the periodic table. Mang. This is any. 15 down is any. So 14 across is manganese. A-N-E-S-E. And the M goes in the beginning. Okay. Trifling amount is ounce. That's 16 across. And 13 down, excuse me. Money is seed money. Let's take a picture of manganese. Now, that's a hard threat to take seriously. Not quite yet. Gracious, informally. Howdy? That's a weird... There's a pornomery. Amor. Leading tonight is mid. Okay, that's 21. So 20 across was Amor. 21 is midday. Invigorating. Jolty? Jazzy, maybe, for 23. But 2 Z's is a lot of Z's. Yeah, I'm not going to do jazzy. Fictional operator. This is going to be something like UAN or UEA or whatever, something like that. Put on the line, say. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, K, L. What's this? Got ready for a photo. Might be spelling a bore wrong. Cycles from, I still don't know. Chap, fella for 27 across. The end of time. Og. Response from Siri. No. MC, that's the person's name that I don't know. 24 down, Judean King. I still don't know. 36 across. Trifling amounts. So-called father of the Italian language. I don't know that. Most highly prized rares. That's weird. I mean, I guess it's a Friday, so you kind of want it to be weird. But that's a weird one. Trig function, so that's cosine COS. 43 across. Dice are cubes. Source of ruin. 44. I still don't know that. But what can we do with other stuff here? What's this? I don't know, Sylvia. So, acai. Because it's definitely Titan for the moon. Maybe it's not. Got ready for a photo. I still don't have enough to do that. This is any and all down here. 16 down. So 17 across then. Something is wrong there. Because bean, it's like, I want to say something first time. Yes, I'm going to say something and get rid of cry. And we're going to go back here. F-I-R-S-T. F-I-R-S. Nope. Nope. Because the S is there, so that doesn't work. I still don't know the Alex and Jana. Exceedingly obtuse. Something about it as a brick. I'm going to put as a, I'm working on what is this, 7 down. So as a brick in the middle. So now we go here to 36 across. Trifling amounts, shreds, I guess. Judean king, 24 down is Herod. So now, response from Siri. Here's what I found. Okay, yes. So Gauls is wrong. And yeah, so now we're doing, what is this? 32. H-E-R-E-S. So James is wrong for Cameron. That's good. Here's what I found is the Siri thing. So I'm going to say, oh, that's cute. I like that. Because I never think of Discovery as Discovery 1, even though they were making a Discovery 2. Anyway, that's Hal for 24 across. 25, I'm still not sure about 25 put on the line. Yeah. The end of time. It's not Omega. It's like, I don't know. Charlotte something, capital of the U.S. Virgin Islands. 35. Still don't have that. Starve. Emaciate. So that's 33. E-M-A-C-I-A-T-E, hopefully. 35 across Charlotte. Still don't have that. 37 across Dante for the father of the English language. That's another good one. Back over here on 44. Source of ruin, I still don't have enough for. Well, aren't you so darn special? 48. Lottie frickin' da. That's pretty cute. I like that. Is this saber for foil alternative? Yes. Lottie frickin'. So Titan is wrong. That's good. That means I can put acai berry in. E-R-Y. Stirrups. This is 44 down again. Cones? Sylvia of Jazz, I still don't know. Feature of Herman. I'm going to say he's got one arm because it fits. Moon of Saturn. Alright, so this is Tethys. That's 41 down. T-E-T-H-Y-S. Source of ruin is Bane. I guess that makes sense. And stirrups are bones. Okay, for 44 down. And I've heard of Sylvia Sims. And whatever that is, 55 across. Ugh. Okay. Culture medium. I still don't know. There's still so many things that could be. That threat that's hard to take seriously. This is the last time. Invigorating 23. I still don't have anything good for that. I still don't have anything good for put on the line in 25. 26, from is a person's name, and it could be fucking any nationality. I still don't know. The end of time with a question mark. Foes of the Romans. Was it the Geats? I don't know, because that doesn't sound right. Charlotte Ama with 2 A's. Woman's name. Okay, let's look at this again now. Elsie and Elise is the answer. Very good. So that's 26 down. Now, Charlotte. I still don't know that. I still don't know that. What's this now? Second last from? It's not Ethan. That's Ethan Frome. The end of time. Charlotte completely bought 8. It. That's 51 is 8 it. So kerfuffle is flap, I guess. Oh, I guess if it's bought like you fucking fell on the ground. Tries and always sits. Yes, I like that. Like being a judge. Lots of screenshots on this one. Foes of the Romans, I still don't know. The end of time, I also don't. Got ready for a photo shoot. Alright, we gotta figure out what the hell's going on with this. 14 across. Hits the jackpot. Gets rich. Get rid of Amore again. I don't really like this either, but let's see what happens. This is 6 down. Gets rich. Exceedingly obtuse. Thick as a brick. No, that's good, because that means that doesn't wait. Yeah. That's good. So it's not thick as a brick, which I've never heard, so that's good. Go over. Replay? Maybe? Okay. I think there's going to be a little bit of cynicism here, and I'm going to say Emily Fromm, because that seems like the sort of thing that they would do. Director Cameron, I still don't know that. It's not James. That's 23 down. If we go back here, Foes of the Romans, nothing. If we go back here, the end of time. CT. CH now. Because it's not has a brick. Charlotte, don't know that. Still. Fruit to flavor. So what's wrong here? Alex and Anna. That threat, that's hard to take. Ah ha ha, so it's not Gabor. It's I mean it this time. It's not replay, which is fine. So now we have it. I mean it this time. So it's not Alex and Anna. So I mean ITTHIS time. Now let's look back over here at one down. Got ready for a photo shoot. Smiled. So howdy is wrong. Which is good because I didn't like that. Low. Lordy. Very nice. Lordy, Lord, Lord, Lord. Now we've got smiles and we've got fruit. Let's say slow. And then it's Hedley Lamar. So which reminds me of a very funny joke in Blazing Saddles. One of the few jokes in Blazing Saddles that you might still be allowed to tell today. Culture medium, I want to say agate. Something ague, maybe? Okay, I know I don't know, but I'm going to say as THI. What's this now? Go over, which is 8 down. Rehash. So it's not Emily. That's good. ASH. Pain to a pediatrician, 18 down. I really don't know. I don't know what has such poor memory, according to Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Invigorating. Psychoanalyst. So it's like Eric from. So it is as thick as a brick. Okay. Now, 20 across. Shape has poor memory? I like that. But pain to a pediatrician, IP, I don't know what that is. So what's this now? Okay, so 13 down. This is 23 across is brisk. And then 23 down, Cameron Brown, let's say. The end of time, a clock. That I like too. I've been pretty happy with a lot of these puns lately. Foes of the Romans, the Celts. Charlotte Amelin, I've never heard of, assuming that it's right. And now, pain to a pediatrician. What else could be wrong here? As thick as a brick, gets rich. A, B, C, D, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, ink? Shane has poor memory? P, and another O, P, PQR STUV WX. That's not right. Irk. And share has poor memory. And neither is it shape. Shame is what it is. So then what does that do? I don't know IMK. Could be IMP. Yes, imp is a pain to a pediatrician. And then invigorating is crisp for 23. And there's still something wrong. But that is okay. So let's start back up at the top and look for typos. Slow, agar for the medium, I think that's right. Loams, MANGANESE. 16 is ounce. 17, MEANIT, GHISTIME. Gracious, lordy. Shame has poor memory. We're sticking with that for now. Midnight or midday. 22 errors are named after queens. Invigorating is crisp. Hal was the computer. Put on the line I do not like. So let's look back over here. Smiled with a D for dry. And we're still not all the way there. Okay, Eric Fromm is a guess, but it fits everything, so we'll see. Fellow works for Chap a lot better than everything I was thinking about before. The end of time o'clock, I like that. Sirhan. All right, 32. HERESWHATIFOUND. Charlotte Amalin, I do not know. So we'll come around to it on the cross. Trifling amounts shreds, that's good. Dante is good for the father of Italian. Rares, I don't love, but it fits everything. Poster imposter is a bot. Cosine. Cubes. Bane is a source of ruin. Fit is something you might throw. Saber, Lisa Bonet. LAHDIFRICKINDAH. Lottie frickin' da. Completely bought, ate it. 52. Juice bar ingredient, acai berry, because of course it is. Father's Abroad for 53 pairs. WKRP was the sitcom. And Sylvia Sims. Okay, Downs. Got ready for a photo, smiled. Hedley Lamar has 2 R's. Because it's not DEY. Lyrica. ONEWAYORANOTHER. Heavens to Marjorie Gads. Alex and Annie, I don't know. Let's check this, even though I don't think it's going to work. I-O-U-Y. No, so put that back to Adder. Okay, hits the jackpot. Gets rich. Exceedingly obtuse. A-S-T-H-I-C-K. A-S. B-R-I-C-K. Go over rehash. With 10 down, miss the boat, lose out. Branch of agriculture. So ANIMALHUSBANDRY. That's 11 down. Now we have head coach Nate. I put McMillan because it fits. McMillan. What is 21 across, leading to Nighter Day? So that's probably right. 13 down. Seed money. Partner of all. 15 down. Any. Pain to a pediatrician we have as Imp. Cameron Crown. No. Cameron Crow with an E. And I still have something wrong. This is why I don't use the fucking newspaper to test my puzzles. Judean King Herod. Elsie becomes Elise. Fifes are marching band instruments. What N might mean and. Foes of the Romans were the Celts. Fathers, sires, I was had. EMACIATE. What's this? For fit? Yes, you might throw fit. Okay. Pile up like a garage. Or fine, whatever. THREECIR. Badly chafe. Rub raw. Feature of Herman. It doesn't have to be one arm. Moon of Saturn is Tethys. Half calf. Stirrups or bones. Kerfuffless flap. Tires. Tries is sits, like sits on the bench. Lobster catcher is bib. I liked that. Just desserts I don't really like. No. I don't like this. PER. Fathers abroad. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It could be some other language. So, but I don't think so. Okay. If you're listening, you don't get to see me moving around while I think. Lobster's are bad, but die. I don't like die here. But I don't know what else it could be. Currency of Laos. Kip? Never heard of it. ANGANESE. Ounce. I mean it this time. Laude for graces. Shame has poor memory. Lead into nighter days mid. Things after kings or queens as arrows. Invigorating as crisp. That's how. Dry. Eric. Chap fella. The end of time o'clock. Sirhan. Charlotte O'Malley. So the worst part is if it's a big thing that I have to change, there's a lot of impact. Alright, I'm going to put this down for the moment. I'm going to seek a little tactical assistance and, yeah, ruminate for a while. This is the quick break. I just did talk to Leela, and I ran by one arm, which she did not know, but she did confirm the spelling of pear, which wasn't really a surprise. I don't know how this bones got out of here. La di frickin' da. Ate it. How'd that happen? Acai berry. WKRP Sims. Sims I'm not too positive about, but I don't know. Like, if it's not one arm, it's not like one art. He's not one Art Herman. Is he one R? No. Good. Because that would be weird. Smiled. Hedley Lamar. One way or another. Egads. Alex and Annie, because it fits. And I've tried all the different, even though I don't think it would be any. Gets Rich. I don't really like Gets Rich, but I don't know what else it is. As thick as a brick. Rehash. Lose out. Animal husbandry. Macmillan. Seed money. Partner of Any is all. Imp is a pain to a pediatrician. Cameron Crowe. Judang King Herod. Elsie and Elise. Wait, E.L. Yes. Fife is the marching band. And for N, Celts for the Romans. Sires is fathers. I was had. Again, I mean, the A could be wrong and I was had, but that's the only word. Emaciate, E-M-A-C-I-A-T-E. 3-car pile-up. Rob Ross, badly chased. One arm. is the feature of Herman. That's the one that I still don't know. Tethys, calf. Kerfuffle's flap. I mean, this could be... No, that's just fucking random dicking around. Alright, I think I'm going to leave this one. Looks like we're extending into the morning. Maybe not. So yeah, healthy or not, I can't... Or not, I can't. I sleep easier if I finish this thing. So I'm going to go to list view. I'm going to see what jumps out at me. Slow is another one that I'm not entirely sure of, but I know about slow gen. That's 1. So 5, culture medium, agar. I do think that's right. I could double check it with a trusted person, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything really there for it. Loam is a fertile soil for 9. I'm not entirely positive about manganese, but I'm confident enough in the crosses that I can't think of anything else that would work. Trifling amount ounce. Threat that's hard to take seriously. I mean it this time. I do like laudy, laud here for gracious. And that Y is any, so that's almost definitely right. Shame has poor memory. This is another one. I'm not entirely sure, but it fits. And it's the sort of thing that he would say. So yeah. 21, lead into night or day, mid. Things sometimes named after queens, eras. Invigorating is crisp. Like the outside. I had like brisk here before. But it's not IMK. And it's not... What the... Yeah. Yeah, it's not Bro, it's Cameron Crowe. Fictional operator of Discovery 1, that was Hal. I know that book and that movie fairly well. I like Dry for Put on the Line, although it doesn't really help me with my problem. Eric Fromm is another one that could be wrong, but where could it be wrong? Rehash is correct, for example. We'll take another look at that one back in the grid, probably. Chap, fella. The End of Time, O-C-L-O-C-K. Sirhan, I remember hearing about much later than 1968. Response from Siri, H-E-R-E-S. Here's W-H-A-T, I found. Charlotte something, capital of the U.S. Virgin Islands. This is another one that I'm not very super confident in, but we go back, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We go over here, and it's Elsie, and I know that that's right. So, trifling amounts, shreds, father of the Italian language, Dante, that makes perfect sense. I said that about 1,000 times in the past hour of recording this. I'm not too keen on rares for most highly prized, because I think that's still a pretty big category, but there's nothing here on the crosses. Three car, yeah. Alright, 39, poster imposter bot. Trig function 42, cosine. Dice are cubes. Source of ruin is the bane. Something you might throw in frustration. A fit. Foil alternative. This is another good one. It's not epee. And it's also not a different way of saying aluminum foil, which I think they have. Lisa Bonet of A Different World. Well, aren't you special? L-A-H-D-I. Frickin' da. Completely bought, ate it. This is another one. I'm not entirely sold on ate it. But I got flap. Alright, let's go back to this. Emaciate with a T I know is right here for 32. But if I change flap to something else, then I gotta change all of this shit. And one way or another is correct. Alright. It's gonna have to wait, I guess. Very frustrating. But that's how it goes. That's the whole point. Catch you eventually. Right, it is now 8:40 in the morning, and I'm going to see if I can figure out this mistake. I'm very confident and slow. I'm very confident and smile. Agar for the culture medium. I might ask for a lifeline on that one. Loams. Threats hard to take seriously. I mean it this time. Lottie, shame, midday, midnight. Errors. Crisp. Hal. Dry. Eric from Fella. Sirhan, here's what I found. I've never heard of Charlotte Amalie. But that's Dante, so that has to be right. Shreds, Dante. Source of ruin, Bane. This is very frustrating. Onewayworother. Lisa Bonet, Lottie Frickin' Da, Pears as fathers, Sylvia Sims. I think I'm going to call a lifeline on Sylvia Sims, because I'm sick of driving around this one in circles. Slight change of scenery. This is the place where I see the biggest likelihood of a difficulty. Because I do not know Herman on The Simpsons. Lottie Frickin' Da has kind of does have to be right. Acai berry kind of does have to be right. And if it's not one arm, what is it? One AR. But Herman doesn't have to be a person. Which might be why Herman has one arm. Okay. Eventually I have work to do today too. Got ready for a photo. Smiled. S-M-I-L-E-D. That is one down. Two down here. Old Hollywood actress, born in Austria-Hungary. Lamar. I'm not entirely positive that it's RR, but I am 98%. And just so everybody knows, I'm not speaking in this tone of voice to anybody other than myself. One way or another. ONEWAYORANOTHER. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Egads. Could it be something other than egads? Could it be... But that's errors. That's a plural. And Lordy is always written that way, that I know. But how else do you say egads? The only other way I would say it is without the S. This is another one that I don't know. Alex and Annie. But I do know, or I have convinced myself, that agar is the culture medium. I am also ultra confident in manganese. Could manganese not be with an N? Could manganese be with an M? I don't want to do this. Okay, hits the jackpot. Gets rich. This is not the most ultra confident, but I'm very confident in all of the crosses. Except I'm not super duper confident in shame, but I'm pretty confident in shame. Yeah, what else could it be? Hits the jackpot, gets rich, wins big. I don't know, you could be a dick and say something like crashes into a leprechaun thing or something. But that's not very realistic. Okay. Exceedingly obtuse. ASTHICKASABRICK. I'm going to pause this and stop Jason from continuing. Okay, back to this. BRICK. Again, the only thing I would do differently would be get rid of the as. Go over. Rehash. I like this better as a reread or rehearse, which doesn't fit, but everything there works. With 10 down, miss the boat, lose out. This could be something else, but loams is right, and ounce is right, and this time is right. Branch of agriculture pertinent to dairy farmers, right. ANIMAL, animal. HUSBANDRY, animal husbandry. Now, NBA head coach Nate McMillan. It doesn't have to be McMillan. This could be a different... But I've never heard of Mud Night or Mud Day. Like, if I make this a U and this an E, then it's McMullen, which is not correct. Because that's fucking dumb. But I'm at the point where I am changing things to things that I think are dumb because I don't fucking know the answer. Blank money is seed money. All of those crosses work. Partner of all is any and all, blah, 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 blah. Pain to a pediatrician, imp. Again, this could be something else, but I don't know what in 3, and I don't know what with the crosses. And an imp is a bratty kid, so there you go. Director Cameron, I had James. I'm glad it's not James, but it is Crow, and that's how you spell Cameron Crow. Okay, 24, Judean King, Herod. As far as I know, from all of my fucking electrical electrical religious indoctrination. Okay, woman's name, Elsie and Elise. Elsie, Elise. Here what I found? No. 27. Marching band instruments, fifes. Fifes. What an N might mean is and, yes. Foes of the Roman were the Celts. Another poem. Okay, yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Fathers, sires. What could fathers be? I don't know. I mean, it could be priests or deacons or any number of things like that. Except that it's Sirhan. I was had. I don't really like that either. I've always heard it as I've been had. I'm going to try, even though I don't think it's correct, I was hot. No, it wasn't correct. Let's put I was had back. It still wasn't correct. And move on. Starve. Emaciate. What does this cause? Trig function, cosine, yes. Like a large garage or small pile-up. 3 car. Can't be 4 car, because 4 is 4 letters. Can't be 5, 6, SEVEN, but that's fucking gigantic. And it messes with everything. And it's not 3 bay. What? I don't know how this would work. And I've never heard this before. GG friggin' no. 3 car. I'm not sure about this currency of Laos. But if it's not a K, and it's not a C, is it an H? No. So let's put the K back and stop almost button mashing. Slow. Again, I'm not sure, but everything else fits. Talked about that. Manganese, ounce. I mean it this time. We just fucking did this. Wait, no, something. There we go. I do not like just desserts as dye. I do not like this. I don't know what... Oh. It's not... It's one S. So it's just deserts, not just desserts. But what does that fucking mean? Tries? I like sits for tries. What is just desserts? Like, it abandons? Fathers abroad also doesn't have to be Spanish. But if it's not goes AWOL, let's put the S in. No. Good. Completely bought. I don't know. Other than ate it. Ate ought. Nope. Because that's that. And now... Well, okay. Thank you very much for listening to Moster yell at himself for a fucking hour. This is review time. Final spoiler alert ends. I was dumb. I found my problem. I've done this before. It's why I kept going. But Just Desserts is due and ate up. And Tests Tries is sips. And this is the corner that was fucking killing me since, I don't know, I could go back and look at the duration of the first clip of this whole spiel. So, putting that to the side, you know, and again, that's a Moster problem, not a puzzle problem. That's perfectly appropriate for the puzzle. And it fits. And everything else is good. There were a few other things that I didn't like. I think I got most of them in the screenshots. There's a shit ton of screenshots. I'm going to pause this while I get there to make sure nobody sees pictures of anybody's butts. And I have to start recording from scratch. And yes, this is going to be a little bit more rambly because, yeah, it took me fucking 80 minutes to do this thing. And yes, it's going to be a little bit more sweary probably too. Okay. So, right here, I did actually reach out for help on Sylvia Sims. You can see the thing here. I would show you the text message, but you're just going to have to fucking believe me. So, there's a lot of these. Again, this is a good one because it's not a theme. This is what I like about the end of the week. The theme is, hey, it's a lot of long words, and some of them look like this. And I keep tapping on the fucking thing. I'm not having a good time here. These are all the videos. Okay. Now, maybe I'll edit some of that shit out. I don't know when I'm even going to post this at this point. Pain to a Pediatrician, Imp. This got me a little bit, but an imp means a bratty kid, so it makes perfect sense. And that is 18 down, by the way. Also, we're doing this in reverse order because that's where the screenshots start. Invigorating, this got me for... I had Brisk here for a long time. You know, I had James Cameron, which was also wrong. And I had Brisk, and Brisk and Imp and Ink and everything. It was a nice little moment where I figured all that stuff out together. This one, Charlotte Emmeline, it ended up being Amelie, as you will see later on. But it got me because I'd never heard of it before. I'm a little bit curious, but not curious enough. A Clock for the End of Time. This one got me for too long also. I kept thinking like Omega or something like that. Or Ultimate, you know. But that's what it was. Okay. So yeah, another one. Exceedingly Obtuse. As Thick as a Brick for 7 down. Nothing at all related to beginning of a lyric other than that it is however many characters long. And that's the shit that I dig. And you see it in, what, it's 2, 7, and 11 across, or down rather, and then 17, 20, 22 and 48, and that's nice and symmetrical, and it's also, you know, you're intersecting two of the key clues at the same time. That's what I like about why Friday and Saturday are not themes. Slow, this one took me a while, but it's like a slow gin fizz kind of a thing. But yeah, I didn't know it was a fruit. I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't know it was a fruit. Headley Lamar. This one I had Gabor. I probably took a picture of it as Gabor. Maybe we'll get there and I'll talk about it then. But yeah, she was an old Hollywood actress, and there's a really funny bit. This is 2 down, by the way. There's a really funny part of Blazing Saddles, one of the only parts of Blazing Saddles that might actually be made today, that is a pun on that name. Gracious informally. I like this one a lot. It took me way too long. It didn't actually take me too long. Excuse me. It's just way outside of the way I normally think about things. But it's a lordy, lord. Just like gracious. I like it a lot. And it also, it's funny because I consume a lot of British content. And they will do things like rhyme bar, the place where you go for a drink, with ba, what a sheep says. And I like those differences in puns across the languages. I put Emily here for from. Is that how it ended up? Let's find out. No, Eric is how it ended up. So we will skip right over Emily. You know what? Maybe in the future I'll go back and... No, I'm not going to do that because that's all part of the process. I put Emily here on the front because I had the E and the I and the Y, and the Y ended up also being wrong, but, you know, it fit, and it was a woman, and lately if you see something like that and it's a woman, you got slightly better than 50-50 that you're talking about the woman than the man. Tries, sits... This one sat until the very end, but it's actually sips. So instead of, I thought it was tries, sits, like sits on a bench and is the, you know, the presiding judge over something. That was the tries that I had. And it seemed to make sense with all the other shit, and that's why it stayed there for more than an hour. Similarly, bought it here. I had ate it, as in completely bought. Either ate it like they bit, or ate it like faceplant. Bought doesn't really fit there, but there's all kinds of dialects and shit that I don't know about, so maybe it would have. I didn't talk about acai, but I'm sure I did later. This one, did it stay? I think Flap stayed for kerfuffle. Yeah, which is a cute one. Just something to remember. Woman's name. 26 down. Yeah, I like this one, and this is one of the ones that I kind of hung my hat on in the end of the puzzle, where this is what it has to fucking be. And there are a ton of those. This is where it has to be. And when I'm going through, you know, and I'm talking with this level of excitement, and I'm this excited because it was a lot of work, and also because, yeah, I did it. But this level of excitement, this is the kind of clue where I'm like, it has to be right. And there are a whole bunch of those. Every area I went, it has to be right. It has to be right, until I was like, does this have to be right? And really staring at it, and what could I possibly be missing? And that's how I ended up getting, I'm like fucking gesturing with my fingers. I'm not up to drawing on the screen yet. But that's how I ended up getting that bottom left corner. You know, Father of Italian Language, Dante. This is one of the ones that I feel like I should have known sooner, but I didn't. But again, c'est la vie, because it was right, and it's definitely something that I will keep in my back pocket, or not my back pocket, in some weird little pocket between two other unrelated things in my brain. Fictional operator of the Discovery one. This ended up being Hal. I feel kind of silly about not putting this as Hal sooner. I just didn't realize they called it Discovery 1 in the book or the movie, because I'm pretty fucking familiar with both of those. Rares for Coins is another one that, like, I don't know. I thought that it would be more than that, because that's, you know, there's all different kinds. There's rare, and then there's, like, you know, one of a kind. So that tripped me for a while, but that's what it ended up being. And I'm also not what are they, numismatists, or is that stamps? I don't know. I'm not a coin person, is the long version of that story. Element next to iron for, what is this, 14 across, manganese. Yeah, once I got the beginning of the ANG, it really kind of pushed me toward this pretty quickly because it's a metal. And, you know, I thought maybe it was magnesium, but that's too long. So that was a good one and a nice way to get it on a relatively low number of crosses. Right, and here is where I talk about starting to figure these things out. And I'm going to go back if I don't have it anywhere and talk about Lottie frickin' Da, because I shouted that one out loud who knows how many times. But anyway, the answer to this one, 11 down, is animal husbandry, which is how you get animals to make more animals. And yeah, it was another one that I really hung my hat on because nothing else could be right, could be wrong about it. And those anchor points are really important, at least to me, in knowing that I'm not totally out of whack. Because there comes a point when you're like, if this is wrong, the whole fucking puzzle is wrong. And if the whole fucking puzzle is wrong, I should just leave anyway. So let's keep moving. Or that's me anyway. And this is the other one, because I kind of came to these similarly. I think I did, and then I went back and took this picture. But this is, I think it's Joan Jett. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get you. That was terrible singing, and it'll stay in. Yeah, Lisa Bonet of A Different World. Yes, and Sirhan. So yeah, Lisa Bonet. She was one of the Cosby daughters. And I don't want to get into that because that's not this kind of podcast. So Sirhan. In 1968 news, when I was a child, I heard this name a lot. I was born in 1977. Couldn't tell you what he did. He was probably an assassin or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, there's a weird jump cut here because I scrolled too far onto the puzzle from the day before. Anyway, in summary, I like this one a lot. It was challenging. I really, really had to dig on a couple of them, but it was still there and right and good. And so that's what I like to get out of these end of the week puzzles. I like feeling this level of satisfaction after putting 80 minutes in the fucking phone, plus however much time, you know, behind myself. It's definitely rewarding. And you know, if you watch the other one, other than the fact you can see that it's 1:18:18, you can get a good feel for exactly how much work it is. And if anybody is doing this much work, I certainly do applaud you. And I also, of course, thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I hope that I have provided some value. If you're so inclined, please feel free to like or subscribe or share me with other people. We're still in beta, but I think we're at that point. So I wish you a peaceful journey.